Hey everybody there, it's Relena. I am back, and I think that this video is going to be about the big story that I've been wanting to tell for the longest time, which is how I met my mentor. Okay, so to kick it off, the name of my glorious mentor is Unika Deleon, who has her own YouTube channel, his or her, whichever you guys prefer. And you can find probably on my first video, he brought just about everybody from his channel over to mine. That was the biggest surprise ever. So let's get into it. Let's see. When I met Unika, I actually didn't know him as Unika at first. It was about 2 years ago. I actually was hired to work at Walmart. That was around the time I decided to be an impersonator. And I'll tell you guys a story that led to that before I met Unika. But when I started telling people about what I wanted to do, they would always mention that there was another impersonator in the store. They would say, Tommy Jr. in electronics impersonates Selena. And I was just like, Tommy Jr. And when I first met him, he seemed he was way different from what I actually expected and from the person I know now. When you go up to him, he was just focused on his work. He was very serious. And I was always just I was actually a little bit afraid to go up to him sometimes and ask him something, but I'd still tell him hello in the mornings. So it took a lot of time to build up the courage I needed to ask him about his impersonation. And I decided around the holidays, like December, my first year working there. So I went up to him because he was close to the makeup department, and I asked him about his impersonation. And this is actually when I could say I feel like I authentically met Unika, because as soon as I did, he suddenly flipped the switch, it seemed, and he became this entirely open person. And that was a surprise to me because I never heard him talk that much before. And it's just kind of like quick hellos because of work. But then it was like 3 or 4 minutes. He went on this long thing about everything I needed to begin. He even told me the shade of lipstick he uses for his impersonation. He gave me advice for some costumes and on the lyrics and stuff like that. And I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, he is probably the sweetest person I've ever talked to. And then that's kind of how it started. And after that, I would ask him or little bits about stuff. And then it just kind of grew into a friendship. After that, a little bit later, he ended up having to leave the store. He actually invited me and my sister to one of his shows at a place in Old Town. And that's where I first saw his Selena impersonation, and oh my gosh, you guys, I was watching Selena's videos and I was learning from her, but to see Unika do it was a whole other level of amazing I didn't think existed. Kind of hit me. I was just like, wow, he's amazing, And ever since then, I try to attend every single show that he has. Because I don't know if anybody sees in some videos that they catch, but I lose my mind off to the side. I'm the one that's always going, whoa! He always lets me know whenever he does shows, and I always lose my mind when he comes out. Because from the moment I met him till now, he has made a great impact on my life. Just like Selena and just like my relative, but he's still here and he can help me through just about anything. I could have the worst day of my life, and all I have to do is message him, or sometimes he messages me out of the blue. That instantly just makes me so happy. That's mostly the story of how I met my mentor Unika. And now I just do my own costumes, and when I need advice about anything, I go to him. Because he is fantastic, he is amazing, and I absolutely adore everything that he does. Because when I met him, I might cry, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually in a pretty dark place. And so he was like that ray of light that kind of showed me back to where I could be. And ever since then, I've learned a lot about how I could improve on myself, how I could improve my Selena. But one of the things he taught me most of all was how to love myself out of everything. I mean, like, if you'd have told me when I started working at the store that I was going to be this happy and this in love with my own reflection, or how I do my hair, or just putting in a set of earrings, I would not have believed you. But I wouldn't have any of that love if it weren't for Unika. Sorry. And I could go on this long rant about how amazing and special he is and how big of an impact he's made on my life in the short couple years that I've known him. Another thing about the self-love that I learned was also from the friends he has with him, which is like Nova and Aerosol in them. Every queen that comes out to perform alongside him. And to all the people that came on the first video of mine, thank you all for coming here and joining me, because I love all of you guys too, because when I was on Unika's channel, you guys were so nice to me when I came into the chats. And you guys make me feel accepted, just like everyone at Unika's shows. Sometimes when I'm around people, I'm not myself. I'm just this like introverted person, or I could be completely opposite. When I'm mainly around Unika, I could be myself, 100%. I can be my authentic, happy self if I'm not fangirling over the fact that Unika's standing right there. When he performed at Pride Fest, I had the hardest time in the last couple weeks before that, and he just fixed it all by being on that stage doing what he does best. I'm just so happy I can make this video. Unika, I know you might watch this like a couple days after I post it, or maybe right after, because I mean, you were pretty quick to gather everybody for my first video. But as you watch this, I want you to know that if you have a bad day, you can come to this video and you can watch it so that you can hear the impact that you've made on me, because I don't know if that means like everything for someone, but I hope it means a lot to you, because you changed my life for the better. And I want you to know that you are the most spectacular person that I've ever met. Like, without you, I would have never had the courage to get to where I'm at right now. I would have never had the courage to make my channel, to put a camera up in front of me, and I would never have the courage to want to go out and perform. And Unika, I know you hear this speech every single time I come to your show, like, and I run up to you after you perform, and you're in your sparkly outfits and your hair's up. But next to Selena herself, you are the biggest inspiration that has kept me going throughout my journey so far, and where I'm going now. And if you ever want a day, like, to come onto my channel and introduce yourself a little bit or whatever, just let me know, because I'm so down for any of it. If you want to do a makeup thing on my channel, if you want to do a tutorial together about making costumes, just ask, because I will be more than happy to just even be in your presence. You have an aura of just love and compassion, and you radiate confidence onto other people that need it, even though they're not aware that they're missing that. I just can't tell you, like, in words how I feel about like the amazing person that you are. Love I feel for you as a fan, or as a friend, or whatever you consider me. I've honestly felt like you're like another parent to me. Like, if I can't ask my mom or my dad about something, I can go to you, and you seem to have the right answers to everything that I want to know or I want to do. You are the most golden person in my life right now to look up to. You stand on the tallest mountain, and I always look up to you and just think, wow, I am learning from this beautiful person. I might come off as an awkward goof sometimes, but there's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I can't, because you're just right there in person, and I'm just like, is this how it feels to be like in the presence of a celebrity? But Unika, you are the most amazing person. You are the greatest inspiration to me. And I mean this in the best way possible for how you've helped me. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Unika, I can't wait to see your next show. I can't wait to hear the advice you will have for me when I come to you. And I hope you know that you mean so much to me. I might edit out a lot of the times I do a long pause because I'm about to cry. And that's pretty much it. I love you guys. This has been Relena Perez, and I am done. Adios.